Hey, hello, everybody, and welcome. We're going to fire it up a little bit early today. John and Lisa, kids are tropical, we're not streaming, and I know some people are sitting around going, what do I do? So here we are to say today. For whatever reason, it is telling me that my Wi-Fi connection is very poor quality, even though I have an Ethernet cord plugged in. So we'll see. That may just be StreamYard being dumb because the laptop says everything is great, and I have a good connection.
Maybe it's just reading mine.
Maybe. It's breaking. No, I know what it is. It's the Rico Stand shirt.
Yep.
We already know.
Oh.
You wear the Rico Stand shirt, there are going to be tech problems. So we're just going to blame that. But if there are issues, you all see any, or the chat, please let me know and I'll disconnect it and reconnect it. We've got two other awesome guys here you can talk to while I do that. And it would only take a moment. That being said, speaking of Rico Stan, as the super chat tries to disappear from the screen, Rico Stan with $10 super chat before things even got started says, thanks for all the footage at the Shella. Rico, thank you, my friend. And again, thanks for this shirt. I actually had another shirt I was going to wear, and it's not been washed, and it's just kind of itchy. And I was like, I'll go to the Rico Stan shirt because it's super comfy. So very much appreciate that. And it, keeps my my weight loss goals in the front of my mind when I put the shirt on because it's a little tight, we'll work with it, right? But let me get my chat back up. All right, I do see I look a little blurry on that, but we'll work with it. And by the way, thank you and congratulations, Rico Stan. You were saying tomorrow's your 1 year anniversary with the Fish Room Fever, being part of the Fish Room Fever family. Congratulations. I'm sorry you don't have the new badge yet. If there was a way to bump that up, I would. But you will have it very, very soon. And the next time we go live, we get to show that thing off with pride. So congrats, my friend, and thank you as well for the support. All right, let's roll on down through here. We don't have.
Can I do one time out?
No, absolutely not. Yeah, go for it, buddy. Go for it.
Do you see James moving, Lefty? Oh, he just moved. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I just wanted you to fix it because I just had him like this.
Oh. No, he was fine for me that whole time.
I don't know.
Well, you were too.
I'm going to have to change shirts, apparently, to make this work.
Oh, well. I'll just be quiet.
Oh, you're good, buddy. You're good. All right. So I got a couple dozen people here. I'm going to say some hellos. I don't get to do that very often because normally we run into this thing slam-packed and full of people. So it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a break and kind of get a little bit more up close and personal. So we had Paul Stero in here earlier. I'm sure back in here already. Followed by Didi's Fished In, The Zen Ginger, Lefty 3213A, our buddy Rico Stan. I know I saw S in here. Hey, there's S. SC Catahoula's. What's going on? Daryl Deemer, always good to see you, my friend. Michelle Kinsey, hello. New local Austin, what's going on? Trevor Gregory, Sandy Dowdy, Delilah's Critters. Delilah, it was so awesome meeting you and your husband.
It
all
was.
The cool people we got to meet. Amanda Jean 165, Sarah J. Sieber, so many other awesome people. There we go. It picked back up on me. L99. Hey, look at that fish tank barn guy. I'll get to that here in just a second. Lisa and Jay, what is up? And Jenny Lynn, appreciate you all being here. Fish tank barn dropped a $5 super chat says retreading the tires after the wild ride. Yes, absolutely. Mike, I almost pulled an image of the video where you're riding the mechanical shark and threw it on there with me and had kind of a twin shark ride vibe going on. But I said, I've picked on Mike enough. You were a good sport to ride that thing. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I really had a blast hanging out with you, even though you tend to get me in trouble sometimes. But
he's a troublemaker.
He is a troublemaker. And everybody's saying thank you for streaming Aquashella. Ed did more than I did in terms of the streams. I had several plans, but we were very fortunate and thankful that we got asked to do a couple of streams on the actual Aquashella channel. One of those actually corresponded with the time that I was going to do a live stream. So the second day, I had no plans of being on the Aquashella channel. I was going to stream, and then they said, hey, will you jump on here with Mike, Fish Tank Barn? So I was like, yeah, of course I will. Mike and Chattanooga Ed, I'm not going to miss that. By the time we wrapped that up, it was raffle time. And by the time the raffle got wrapped up and Ed won all of the things.
Yeah, you lucky duck.
Yeah. Everybody was already packing up. Like, people were taking stuff out while the raffle was going on. So sorry I didn't get another one on there. But,
I couldn't take the stuff out because it was too much.
Yeah, I got to carry it. So I didn't win anything, but I still got to carry it.
I carried a bucket.
No, but I meant during the raffle. I just let it pile up on the table.
He did. He said, just put all my stuff on this table, and you losers can just get out of my way.
I didn't think that was out loud.
I can read your mind, Ed. We've been around each other long enough. You should know that. I'm getting
just
real worried.
People losers outside of my brain.
I know. I'm getting worried about some of the things that you're thinking while we're in the hotel rooms, but that's a whole nother story. What is going on? Jay Oliver, Scappies and Aquatics. Good to see you. Look at that. Our buddy Stephen P. 2003 Aquatics. $10 super sticker with the awesome gamer sunglasses scrolly guy. Stephen P. Thank you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Got his sticker upstairs, and I forgot to bring it down.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Joanne's here.
All right, so we are going to be, of course, talking about what happened. I know, real original for this week. Aquashella content on FishTube this week. It's crazy. Nobody's doing that, right? But first, I want to say a couple thank yous. There are a couple things that I would be just a bad person if I didn't mention. So a huge thank you to Greg Whitsock, the pond guy, who actually invited us out to the VIP event. That was a lot of fun. So we got to go out to Aquascape Construction, also known as Pondland, right? Isn't that what it was calling it?
Aqualand.
Aqualand. That's what they were calling it. That's the name of the road it's on. But if you look it up, it's Aquascape Construction. Got to go check out that place. I was blown away and quite literally floored by the experience. So that was interesting. I've shared a little bit about my thoughts on it. Do either of you gentlemen want to go into what that was like for you all?
I was in awe. Those koi were huge. I'd say they were the easy 3-foot long koi.
I pet one on top of the head.
He did. It's Ed, so he had to go
only Ed
the fish. Yeah, so this place is amazing, and you're probably seeing a good bit of footage coming out of our fellow YouTubers, and I've got some footage of it. I know Sean Peck does, and I imagine these gentlemen do as well. But in terms of a workplace, I don't think you could ask for a better place to go to work every day.
It reminded me of Google.
There you go. Yeah.
Like how I've heard of people describe the Google office, where they create an environment where it's, good to work there. And I don't know if you saw it, but Ed and I went to a couple offices. I think most of the offices had at least one fish tank in them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And toys. I'm a big supporter of the toys, and they had them. That was awesome.
Absolutely. And every type of sports or competitive tabletop game you could want to play, along with the full gym and so many other things. And of course, it's an awesome place if you can get Fish Tank Barn to ride an inflatable unicorn over the pond. So, that right there made the experience for me. Thank you, Mike, for being such a good support about that. That was fun. I know everybody was kind of poking at you, but we knew you were trying to get some good footage, and you got to do what you got to do for the footage, right?
Yep.
But yeah, special thank you to Greg for that invite. It's always a real honor. It's an honor to be a part of those things at all, but let alone the kind of exclusive things, if you will, as somebody that, and I'm very thankful and humble for each and every subscriber and member that I've got. But as somebody that's not really a massive channel, I'm not a KG Tropicals or a Dustin's Fish Tanks or, any of the numerous people I can name. So anytime you get a personal message from the pond guy that says, hey, you're invited, that's super cool. And it's very much appreciated. And that's one of the things I love about Aquashella. And one of the things we're going to be talking about is the inclusivity of the feel of Aquashella. You roll on down through here. If you do have questions or comments, just put @FishroomFever. That'll highlight for me, and I'll be sure to get those out of the chat. Jenny Lynn says hello to myself, Ed, and Lefty. What's going on, Jenny Lynn?
I'm kicking myself. I didn't get a primetime magnet. I meant to buy one of those.
Shame on you. I almost wore my primetime shirt.
I looked right at them, and I said, I got to get those, but I don't want to hold it all day, and I totally forgot. But Joanne's here, and so next time I'm going to get one of those guys. I tried so hard to sell their stuff, too. It was fun.
Absolutely. Well, I'll be honest. I have my primetime shirt. It's actually right here. And I was sitting there, and I was getting ready to put on my primetime shirt. And I was debating because the Primetime shirt and the Rico shirt both have that really comfy material to them. And then I saw Rico Stan super chat, and I was like, "Yep, I'm wearing the Rico Stan shirt." So, but Primetime shirt will be the next go round. How did I miss James on the shark? So sad, LOL. I did it live on Ed's stream. However, I also set up my camera and got some footage of it, and I will be including at least a snippet of that in the video I'm working on. And I'll just go ahead and release the whole thing to the members. Probably tomorrow. I'd say tonight, but by the time we get done with all the streams, I can't promise that I'll remember to do it tonight. But members, I'll just go ahead and put the whole little snippet out to you all so you can watch it, because that was fun for me, and I knew you guys would enjoy it. So
now, was the shark for free or did it cost?
I have no clue. I was walking by filming, and they had gotten one person on it prior to me, and the guy was like, "Well, do you want to jump on and give it a test drive?" And I'm like, "No." And I'm like, "Yeah, hold on. The viewers will like that. Ed, come here and bend it." So, but I got to ride it for free. I think it was free, but I don't know for sure.
I wish I could have rode it, but with my back, I'm not allowed to do things like that anymore. But I used to love riding bulls and stuff. Well, not real bulls, electrical bulls.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons I love hanging out with you, Ed. And I hate that your back's messed up, but it keeps me out of trouble. It really does.
I wanted to show a picture of me riding one of those things, and something like popped up. It was like screaming. I'll try to find it in a minute. Keep talking.
Alrighty, absolutely. So, alrighty then. New Local Austin says, "Loving the red, white, and blue. You guys look like a French flag." Thank you so much. We do what we can.
Wait, how about a Czech flag? We'll be red, blue, and white.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. All right. Yeah, so I'll probably drop myself from the stream here in a minute and come right back, because people are saying that there's some lag issues. I look like an overseas film where my mouth is not moving at the same rate at which I'm talking. And Zen is, of course, blaming the shirt as well. But yeah, Paul Stero, what's going on, Paul? Good to see you back. Says, "Sir James, since Ed stuffed the raffle boxes, what did you end up bringing back?" Well, got a couple of things, and I've actually got some stuff for you all. But let me jump off the camera, see if I can figure out why it's saying I'm connected on Wi-Fi, even though I've got the Ethernet plugged in, and I'll let these two gentlemen take the floor for just a moment. Be right back.
Awesome.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble now, chat.
Well, one thing is we did like live streaming there, and they like picked different YouTubers and asked us to go up there if we would go and do an hour to a half hour. And we got James, Sean Peck, and I got up there, and we wanted to do the best that we possibly could. So we shouted out to all of our James's members to log on, and Corey is one of his members, and he asked his crowd, so we ended up doing great. I didn't realize Corey was the one that carried us, but I think we could have done it, because I think we've got great people. Seriously, for the size of our channel and the amount of people that watch us, I think we've got some of the best viewers there are. It's incredible. But, I mean, we're in the middle of the day, no time. So I wanted to do a shout out for Corey for shouting us out. So that's why I'm wearing my Corey shirt today.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Corey, for doing that for us. And it was great for Aquashella, because unfortunately Corey was in Peru and he wasn't able to make it to the Aquashella, but he was still able to shout it out. So that's good.
Definitely. And that was part of my thank yous. It was not only Corey at Aquarium Co-op, and of course the NERM family, but the Fish Room Fever family and the Tennessee Mafia crew. I mean, Tennessee Fish Mafia, Fish Room Fever family. Yeah. You guys are amazing. Y'all are a strong group to be reckoned with. And like Ed said, that was greatly appreciated by Corey. But I have the faith in you all that I know you could have done amazing numbers. And there's a lot of overlap. I mean, we're all part of the Fish fam. We're all on the same team. But I wanted to say a huge thank you to you all. I don't know exactly what Ed had mentioned while I was gone, but I will say that our live stream is currently the third highest viewed piece of content on the Aquashella YouTube channel. So I think that's amazing, especially because it's just titled Tennessee Fish Mafia. So that's not really something that reaches out and, screams, hey, something, special here. It's not a specific brand promotion. So a huge thank you to everybody that made that possible. And that's not a bragging point for me. What that is that is one of the ways I wanted to try and help give back to Aquashella, because Aquashella has been so kind to us, inviting us along on these things, making us a part of it. Channel size doesn't really matter when you go to that. So my kind of thank you that I knew that we could do was take and go grassroots style with you all and help get some eyes on their channel. We want to do anything we can to help them out and show them that everybody matters. Not that they don't already know that, but we kind of like to reinforce and be like, hey, it is, worth keeping the small creators part of this as things progress and your show grows and stuff of that nature. So huge thank you.
Here I am. Before I did my spine damage. I used to love doing that.
And one-handed.
Yeah, well, you gotta make it look good. Once you figure out how to kind of roll with it, the problem is those people, they control it so they can kind of jerk it sometimes too.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and answer that question real quick in regards to what I brought back. I didn't bring back a whole lot of stuff. I wasn't trying to bring back a bunch of stuff, but I got a couple things. One of the things I got was this guy was set up at Orlando, and he does like custom drawings and things. So I was like, hey, Fish Room Fever, do me a little custom drawing here. So I thought that was pretty cool. I got one of those, and I'm pretty sure it's some sort of light reactive. And it came with the free sticker, which I'm trying to get out the back here. So I got this crazy pufferfish.
That's cool.
So
I got the hammerhead.
Nice, very nice.
But I didn't have me make a custom one. So the next time we go to an Aquashella, he says he goes to every single one. Yep. I'm going to have him do me a Tennessee Fish Mafia one.
That'd be cool.
And then you all have seen Ed wear one of these. I almost said this one. This is not Ed's shirt. I didn't take Ed's shirt, so calm down.
Sure about that?
No, I'm not. I'm really not. But I wanted to get one of these in Orlando. And by the time I wrapped that live stream, the booth was already shut down. So it's the very last one that he had. It was my size. So I was like, yes, I will take that.
Awesome.
Of course, ended up with the Mag Float shirt. I actually won the Mag Float, and they gave me the shirt instead, but that's okay because I wear lots of fishy shirts. So, we'll run with that.
The problem with it is it's so white. It throws off the white balance in my fish room on my camera.
There you go.
Because I would wear that thing all the time because it's so dorky.
And then I think we all got these. This came in the little Aquascape bag that we got. Yes, there we go. And it had the book and it had a hat, which
did.
Oh wow! I haven't even opened my bag.
Hang on, I have mine.
On you. Well, there we go. Lefty, do you want to show us what all came in that bag?
Oh, yes, we got our nice little beanie hat here.
Oh,
I don't wear them, but I'll try this one out.
There you go.
I think you'd be really looking tough with that.
Got a full string bag that these things hate me, but I'll again try it out.
Right.
And then James showed you the book. It's a little notebook.
I thought those were nice.
We got a cool looking pen. Feels nice.
Ooh, I could write notes with that.
And then just a little business card from the place.
Oh wow!
On top of feeding us very, very well.
Oh, did you try the potato salad?
I did. It was amazing.
So
that was my kind of potato salad.
So guys, they had a potato salad, but it was like a loaded potato salad. So there was bacon and cheddar cheese chunks in it. And the president was like, "You gotta try this." And I'm like, "Okay." So I took like literally a tablespoon because I was on a diet. And I'm like, "This is really good." And then she's like, "Here, I'll hold the bowl. You can take more."
Well, and when I went and got my food, I was gonna go sit with Lefty and James and Sean and everybody at the table, but I saw one guy all by himself, so I sat down with him, and it turned out, because I felt I don't like to see people by themselves, is it his name Ted Judy?
Yep.
He's like a big cheese, and he owns custom aquariums.
Oh.
And he's a real big guy, and I had no idea, and I was like, oh, well, people ask me all the time about my custom aquarium. I tell them I got it from you. And then it turns out it wasn't from him. It was from somebody else. So, oh well.
I've got one more thing that I picked up at the show that I want to share with you all, but we're going to do that here in a little bit because it's actually something for you all at home. Let's see. Mrs. Fever is saying Photoshop Ed onto the shark. Hey, we could do that. Absolutely. I'm trying to get caught up real quick on the chat. What's going on, Blue Rhino Games? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope the tanks are doing well for you. Go on down here. Jumped on me, but I shall get back on track.
Lost Ed?
Oh, no. Bye, Ed. Bye, buddy. He'll
You
be
didn't
back.
lose me. I had to blow my nose.
Oh,
okay.
I got a sinus infection driving through Indiana, and I ran out of pseudoephedrine, so I need to get some. I'm all congested, and I just, sick.
Absolutely. So, Blue Rhino Games says, might not be able to watch for too long, sadly. Hey, if you're still around, I completely understand that. You got to do what you got to do. And I appreciate you showing up every week. And there's always the next week, my friend, and there's always the replay. But it is always great to see you. Sarah J. Sieber, what is up? Says, I didn't even know they had a channel until that stream. So it's cool. Another channel I could subscribe to. They are amazing. And I love that they show everyone love. Absolutely. And yeah, a lot of people didn't know they had a channel. I think they only had 421 subscribers when I pulled it up, when it was mentioned to me to go on there. And I was like, my goal is to get them as close to 1,000 as possible. And now they're within a couple dozen of that. So that's great. And of course, John KG Tropicals, awesome guy, but also a little bit competitive. So I might have not just poked the bull, but kicked the bull a couple times in terms of, hey, we're going to have a bigger stream than you. And by God, he took the bait and he ran with it. And so I think that was really fun. And overall, it helped promote Aquashella, which was the goal. So that was really nice. Be able to help back in any way that we could. Roll on down here.
So Sarah didn't know we had a live stream?
No, that Aquashella had a channel.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know there was a channel.
Yeah,
I was just giving Sarah.
Plus, like if you look at their like commercials and stuff, some of them only have like 40 views for the event for past years. So I think that they'll do much better going forward after that. And of course, they're always working to. Sorry, the screen did something weird. Always working.
I got yelled at by an Aquashella guy.
What did you do?
Well, it's like my pre-show film, live stream, and Rico and I, we'd already gone through the whole place, making sure there was no dead spots, and there was no dead spots in the place. It was great, but I was going into the front because when you first walk in is where the big Aquashella sign is, and I was going to start my live stream there, and he says, "There's no live streaming in here," and I was like, "Oh well, I wasn't live streaming." And he says, "Yeah," and he looked, and I showed him, and somebody gave me a $3 super chat before I started. Right as he looked at it, it was awesome. I just ran.
Run!
Well, Ed's not getting back. Sorry, Ed will never be at Aquashella again. Daniel Velez says, hello, everyone. Hope all are well, safe, and healthy. Also, hello to the panel. What's going on, Daniel? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. All right, let's roll on down here. Blue Rhino Games says, I'm going to go fishing. What do you think my fish would think of me if they knew I was catching their fishy friends? They might think you're just trying to bring them home some new tank mates, maybe.
Or bring them home some food.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you sit there with a fillet of fish, and just stare at the tank, and you lock eyes with them while you eat your fish sandwich. That's when they kind of get nervous. Or so they've told me.
They eat each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
They probably assume we eat each other too. Like when your nieces and nephews come over to visit and then they never come back, they're probably like, you got that one.
Absolutely. Bill Witt, how's it going, Bill? Glad to see you here, my friend. Says it's not what you brought yourself back, but what you brought back for Mrs. Fever. Yeah, so I did get her the Yoda that she wanted. I was going to bring it in and show you all, but I was afraid she might gnaw my hand off if I reached for it. It was a very cool little Yoda statue. You can check it out on Ed's live stream. I know it was on there. Oh, there we go. Lefty's got one. Super, super cool. I sadly won't get to put it in my tank, but that's okay because she'll get to put it in hers.
We'll see what I got.
What did Ed get?
I don't know how to cut it.
Oh, you had her wrap yours?
Well, why not?
She asked me. I was like, "No, I'm just gonna throw it in my bag. It'll be fine."
We're not fancy like that. Hey, Science Gal, what's going on? Another awesome
Hey,
person we
Gary.
got to hang out with. The Aquashella chats were so fun. Yes, they really, really were. Well, and she brought me the Yoda. I thought she was going to throw it at me. There we go. There's little baby Yoda.
Look, I got the dead stormtrooper.
No.
Okay, these guys are the new live streamers.
Team Yoda. Yep. All right. There we go. We're just going to put these guys up in front of the camera, and we're going to talk for them. That's going to be it from now on.
Oh, my arm would fall off.
Collins Critter Cave, thank you so much for the $1 super chat, the super sticker with that beautiful forest of green trees. Very much appreciate that. You know, here's how off my game I am. I haven't done any party poppers, and I did wrangle them up. I've got about a handful. From what I understand from my connection, you know, through the Tennessee Fish Mafia, there were supposed to be some on the truck coming in this week to the dollar store. So I should have more. Also, I don't have my little noisemaker for the applause. It's funny how when you have kids, you can leave something on your desk and go to Chicago and then come back and it's gone, but they weren't ever in your office.
And nobody knows what happened to it.
Nobody knows what happened to it. But a huge thank you to all of you all. Very, very much appreciate it. Probably just do a grand party popper blast off at the end. That'll also save everybody's eardrums. It's on headphones. Let's see here. Going in and scrolling. Singinger says, and there's no way y'all are coming to Dallas, huh? It would be so good for the channel. Just saying. It would be. We've had a lot of people ask us about it, or I won't speak for Ed. I'll say I've had a lot of people ask me if we're going. And I mean, it's Dallas, it's Aquashella. Of course, we'd love to be there. But you know, we've got to figure things out. After last time outright saying no, we're not going to Chicago, and then everything that happened, I won't say no, we're not going. I'll say we're probably not going, or I don't have plans to go at this point, but there are some things that we're looking into that may make it a possibility. So we shall see. And I'll leave that there. But I mean, I've also got, I've talked to some people about maybe going to ALA, working on the Aquaticon thing. I'm trying to get with Kenny, who, he just had a full knee replacement, which is why it got postponed from, this upcoming couple weeks. So a lot going on right now. And that's not even including things like, Keystone Clash and all the other awesome events. But we shall see. And yes, it definitely would be good for the channel. I'd love to, go to all the Aquashellas just to show them, hey, we're here. We're going to be part of this thing. And we appreciate the invite. We're happy to help in any way we can. All right. Roll on down here. Sean Chadwick with the $3 pair with the thumbs up fist bump.
Your wife's trying to get you to drag me to Dallas too.
Well, it's actually, without going into things, it wouldn't be too crazy to think about Lefty 3213A hitting Dallas. And I'll leave it at that because that's not my place to talk about.
How far is Dallas from you guys? Is it closer than Chicago or about the same distance?
It is too darn far. It's much farther. I think it's at least several hours further.
I think it's 12.
Yeah,
that's nothing.
Right.
12 is nothing.
It depends. Ed, bless his heart, I love the guy to death. He very much is a speed limit kind of person, and I respect that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying I didn't get a 5.7 liter and completely tune the thing out and rip the engine apart and rebuild it to do 65 and a 65. That's all I'm saying.
I have a perfect record. I've never gotten a speeding ticket.
I have nothing on my record, and I feel like that's valid.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's one of those when you look and it says 12 hours, it is definitely 12 hours. It's more like 13 or 14 because I like to stop and, get snacks along the way. And, just it's its own kind of thing when we do the car ride to places.
Okay.
Versus maybe if it's, me going somewhere and it says 12, maybe it's, 10 and a half. Something
Sounds
like
about
that.
right.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. And again, thank you very much. Appreciate the super sticker, Sean. I love the thumbs up fist bump. All right. Looking for questions and comments here. There's Mrs. Fever saying that. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We shall see. Fish Tank Barnes says, I will pick you up on the way to ALA. See, with offers like that, it's hard to say no to things. It really is. So we'll see.
It is. And then you could see my fish room.
Yeah. I will say one thing is that this event, even more so than Orlando, really got me kind of reinvigorated. I spent quite a few hours today in the fish rooms just kind of reorganizing, planning out tanks, looking at, okay, I'm going to rip this tank down. What should I do with it? What should I put in it? What inhabitants can move from here to there? What kind of scape can I do? So it was kind of a refresher, if you will, in terms of kicking my butt to get things done. And Mike, I want to say I appreciate that fish tank barn. I really, really do. I know I said thank you for that offer before, but thank you again. And we will definitely talk more about that. Before I forget, speaking of Mike and Fish Tank Barn YouTube channel, we are going to be doing our Saltwater Saturday this week, the Simply Salt series live stream with Mike, Ed, and myself. We had kind of planned to try and do that over the weekend at Aquashella, but again, with so many live streams going on and us getting invited to do streams on the official channel, and it just wasn't going to work out well. So we are going to do a nice, fun Q&A on this week's stream, and kind of a show and tell as well. Mike's gonna do a little tour around the tanks and show us some stuff. I'll probably try and get some footage uploaded so I can show some things off. But we're going to do the stream and kind of take a break from every other episode of Simply Saltwater has been very specific to one topic, or in one small part of the hobby in terms of what that topic is. So we're going to kind of open things up a little bit. Probably end up going down some rabbit holes, but that's what happens when you talk saltwater. But I wanted to mention that while I was thinking about it, because I will surely forget. All right. I know I have missed some things. There we go. Paul Sotero says, James, how's the expo you're working on coming along? So, well and at the same time, if I'm being completely candid. Well in the sense that I've had over a year and a half that I've been planning things and working out events and looking at schematics, and it's also given me an opportunity going to like the Aquashellas to kind of look at things. And I may have shared a couple ideas, but I got a couple ideas as well. And I think that's really what the hobby is about. First and foremost, for all fish keepers. Everything else comes after that. But again, as mentioned, the gentleman that is actually the man behind it, I'm just the face. God, I don't know why that happened. I'm sorry. No wonder the thing's not doing well. But the gentleman behind it, who's actually got, the pocketbook, if you will, he had to have full knee replacement. His arm was already down at 20 or 25% usage from where it had gotten that big gash from that fish tank. So, life happens. Unfortunately, COVID was really the thing that screwed us up. We were like full speed ahead, and then that hit last year, and it kind of threw everything off to this year. That being said, and I say this, with his full confidence and having spoken to him and knowing he feels the same way, we're 100% behind this thing. We've tried to give full transparency on what's going on. I won't get into numbers, but there's been a lot invested into this already from a financial aspect, just in securing the name and things like that. There's a lot that's been sunk into it already. So we're going through with it. I think this year we're looking at it kind of like a test expo, if you will. It's going to be something that we're going to put it out there and kind of see what the community thinks about it, and potentially plan to do something really big in the springtime, maybe at the start of the show season, if you will. But we are definitely going to do something. And as soon as I can get that date locked down, which again, he's recovering from a full knee replacement. But as soon as I can get that date locked down and the gag order removed so that I can talk about it, I will definitely give you all details. Oh yeah, and the pictures, I thought those turned out so cool.
I do too. We still have about half of them. So we've got about, maybe 35 out of 100. Nice.
Yeah. Main Tails, Fur, and Fins, what's going on? Jess says, but I'm on the way. I would put y'all up for a night on the way. Hey, I got to meet you, but we never did get to go check out your place like we talked about at one point a while ago. So that would be very, very cool. And thank you for the offer. Tim Kendrick says, hey, James, so awesome to meet and speak with you at Chattanooga Ed at Aquashella. You guys are rock stars. It was a great time. Thank you. Tim, thank you. Seriously, man. I had a blast talking to you. I got to talk to quite a few people, but I think I may have gotten to speak with you the most. And I really did enjoy it. It's one of the highlights for me. I go down there to hang out with the other fish tubers, see the show. But really to meet the fans, if you will, you all meet the family, the Fish Room Fever family. That's really why I do it. And I'm very, very grateful and very, very humbled every time somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, I watched your show," and then we get to talk. And so I appreciate that. And that's kind of, the thing I look forward to the most is getting to connect those faces to the names that I see in the chat and getting to have one-on-one conversations with everybody. So thanks again for hanging out and talking to me. It was a blast to meet you, Tim.
Yeah, and Planted Plants. Is that? I think that's her name. She saw me and didn't say hi. And you guys, if you see me and want to say hi, please say hi, because that's why I go.
Absolutely.
Now, I did do a lot more work at this one than I did at the first one. Rob from Flip Aquatics, he's amazing. He really runs the show, and I was helping him as much as I could. And he had me kind of take over the YouTuber sculpting, tank sculpts. And that was a lot of fun. So I was away from the booth for that. And then I ran the cameras a couple times. So.
Yep. And Lefty saved the day with the audio issues at one point. So. All right. Let me roll back up here. Just making sure I hadn't missed anything. All right. I went way too far back up there. But I thought I missed a super chat, and I don't want to do that. So. But we're good. We're good. I see some on the way I haven't gotten to, and I promise I will address those. Steven says I've only gotten 5 speeding tickets. All right, there we go. Found it. There's Tim. And again, Tim, real awesome talking to you. Rebecca Jackson says, my ADF laid eggs. Already transferred them to a separate tank. Any special treatment when they are tadpoles, food, etc.? Do either of you all have firsthand experience with, I'm assuming that's African dwarf frogs?
I have some.
I have none. So Ed, take it away.
Well, the guy that I would reach out to is Tom Patterson. He's on Facebook, and he is a super awesome guy, and I'm sure he'll answer any questions. I'm brand new into it. I kind of was forcibly adopted them because they were not planned to be in my fish room, but they ended up in my fish room because I was taking care of them while a friend was moving, and then they got left. So that's how I have them.
Oh, and Tom's in the chat too.
There we go. Yeah,
there's Tom.
Tom's an awesome guy.
Okay,
very knowledgeable.
Can you read the question so he can hear it?
Absolutely. The question is, my African dwarf frogs laid eggs. Already transferred them to a separate tank. Any special treatment when they are tadpoles, such as food, etc.? So I've not bred them previously. I've kept them before. I could speculate on some things, but given that Tom is here, I will defer to somebody with actual experience. And if that doesn't work, just yell at me and we'll take some looking into it and see what we got going on. Michelle Kinsey with the $5 super chat says, towards Dallas with the little smiley heart emoji. Thank you, Michelle, so very, very much. Very much appreciated. I guess disclaimer, we're not, and you all already know this, but I still feel the need to say it. We're not asking anybody to help us get to go to Aquashella. The fact that you all elect to do those things is amazing, but it's never, ever, ever expected. And we are never in any way ever asking you all to support us doing those things. So just want to put that disclaimer out there. But a huge thank you very, very much. Like I said, we'll work on it and we'll see. We've got some things that we're talking about and some different ideas. Our brother from another mother, Chris, multi-tank addiction with the $1 super sticker with that big brown pile of fertilizer. What is going on, Chris? I hope you're doing well. And I appreciate the pile of farts there, my friend. One of these days, Chris, we'll get to hang out and I get to finally meet you. The Zen Junior says we'd be the first to have all 3 Aquashellas on our channel of the fish fam. See, That's smart, and she's pushing it from a brand perspective. I very much like that.
That's how you get them.
I very much like that because I have a hard time personally going, yeah, I should go do this. But when it comes to the channel, I'm like, well, but yeah, let's see. You never know. The Main's Tales for Advin says, myself, Ed, and Lefty, I feel that if they would let me know what is going on, I feel that I could help you know with my morning stream and all. What do you think? I don't know.
I don't know what the question was.
I'm not repeating any more questions for Ed.
I'm assuming as far as the Aquashella streams from the channel go.
But yeah, no, I think that would be awesome. So let me just say this about the Aquashella channel. And I'm talking to you as well, Lefty. Yes, there are some things that could be improved upon. However, given that this was their first event, I think they did extremely well. I also know that they took a lot of suggestions into consideration. And in fact, it was actually you all that helped make part of that happen, such as the Aquascape event. They didn't actually plan to stream that. I know it didn't go the greatest in terms of live streaming something, but they actually had not initially planned to stream that. And because of you all, I brought that over to, Rob's attention. Flip Aquatics was like, hey, it's kind of something you ought to stream. I mean, you got the reigning champion versus a TV star. You got to put that on the channel. So like, yeah, why didn't we think of that? And I'm like, I didn't think of it either. The viewers did. So there you go. But yeah, I'm sure it will continue to improve, and communication is absolutely going to be a part of that. I know we have enough people that will be in the quote unquote loop that we can definitely make something happen. And I appreciate the fact that you're willing to assist in getting that information out there. Plus, Tara says the ACA, etc. Conventions in Louisville next summer will be a must-go event. Having the Bourbon Trail out there as well is just gravy. There you go. And as you can tell from the fit of this shirt, I like me some gravy. All right. Rolling down here. Multi-tank addiction. What's going on? Thank you again, Chris. Throwing another super chat out there. Says, if you went to Dallas, we would get the chance. We'll see. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. Got some things in the works. So we'll see. I'm not going to promise anything at this point, but I'm also not going to just outright say, hey, we're not going. But we shall see. And that would be very, very cool if we did get to. And again, thank you, Chris. It'd be nice to hang out with you. Really would be.
It would be cool to have two of these. Or a third one.
A third one, yeah. Have one from each show this year, yeah. Most definitely. All right. And thank you, Chris, as well. Chris Patterson is also answering questions about the African dwarf frog tadpole, something that's out of my line of expertise. So I very much appreciate that.
So again, Delilah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. And awesome. Thank you, Delilah. That's part of why we are all here. Ed and I have never claimed to be experts and probably never will. But because we have such an awesome base of people and a group of knowledge here, that even if I don't know something or Ed doesn't know something, we typically have somebody around that's pretty knowledgeable about the subject.
But that's a really good point where she just said, be prepared for only a 20%, life expectancy. And that's with a lot of things. That's why in nature, they have a bajillion babies, because most don't pop out or live.
Absolutely. Where was it? Sandy Dowdy says, Tom Patterson said for baby dwarf frogs, live baby brine, crushed frog pellets, temperature 82 degrees. So if you're listening to this, as a lot of people do with the live streams, and you're not in the chat, there you go. The more you know. All right. I'm caught up. I can't believe it. Caught up to the bottom of the chat.
I've been keeping my frogs at 80.
Well, I mean, you should be good there. You also aren't dealing with eggs and tadpoles and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they should be good. All right. There it is. I knew I saw something else. There we go. I knew I had a couple super chats. I missed. Just chat jumped on me. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. I missed quite a few things when the chat jumped on me. And thank you, Lefty, for trying to keep me on track here. There it was. So let's start with Delilah's Critter says, I want a saltwater starter pack from Dr. Tim's that inspired me to get this project started already. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Get salty with it. Absolutely. And
I
congrats
won
on the
some
win.
saltwater stuff.
He did.
See, I won a bag of Fritz salt. Another bag of Fritz salt. Oh, now I can't see. A whole bunch of Fritz products.
Nice carrying container.
Yeah, but it works perfect. So there's this one, and more of this one. So
Except
I
all the
got a bunch.
things.
I won a bottle of water, but they told me not to drink it. $12 for this bottle of water if you'd buy it.
Hey, that beta water ain't cheap.
It's not, but you can buy oh nuts. Where did it go? I put all the stuff that I want around me and now I can't find it. Well, the almond extract drops.
The black water?
Yeah. It costs like $7 and this probably has like 5 drips of it. So go figure.
Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatic says, if you guys go to Aquashella, Dallas, y'all could leave a day early, drive halfway there, and stay the night at my place here in Arkansas. Very much appreciate that.
We may have to go back by his house, and we may have to go back by his house so I can get all the fish that I buy from him.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. That might be a return trip kind of thing so that we don't load the truck up on the way there. Very, very nice. Sarah J. Okay, Sarah J. Seaver says, what time for Simply Saltwater? It is going to be Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. We will be doing that 1 hour talk with Fish Tank Barn, Chattanooga Ed, and myself. Again, this week it's going to be kind of a show and tell Q&A type of thing, where we're not going to wear you guys out with the topic this week, and then we'll be back with the topic next month. I figure since it's a monthly show, we might as well take a break, get that Q&A and fun stuff in there. Whip Swirl says you guys could have stayed here. You guys could stay here if it helps. You just need to put up with the 14-hour drive. Hashtag Fisher. Yeah. Whip, dude, it was so awesome getting to meet Whip's World. And again, Whip's offered for us to stay up there when we went to Chicago. Very, very much appreciate that. We got, so Chicago was nice in the fact that it had multiple hotels that were pretty much within walking distance to the event hotel.
And affordable.
Yeah, and affordable. Orlando was you either stayed at the resort and paid $300 a night, or you drove in and spent $30 on parking each day.
Oh,
and this parking was free too.
Yeah, so it was really, really nice that we were able to stay next door. Walk 3-4 minutes through a nice little grass area that had some ponds and stuff, and be there.
I almost stepped on a skunk.
Yeah, otherwise we definitely would have taken you up. He did, and he even texted me. He's like, "Be careful of the skunk." And so I'm headed back at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning in the dark, because this is not a well lit area in Chicago. And I'm like, "There's a skunk somewhere. This isn't going to be good if I get back to the hotel room smelling like skunk."
It would have been a perfect time to use my hotel key.
Yeah, it would have been, absolutely. But I figure, we shared the back seat, so
True.
That was a fun experience. I want you all to picture Sean Peck, myself, and our friend Lefty 3213A all crammed in the back seat of a minivan while Mike is doing donuts in the parking lot. That was interesting. It was. But it was a fun time. Everybody was laughing and we were all joking and just having a blast. Those are the things that you don't plan, that don't get scheduled, that you don't, that are just a fun part of it, the memories you keep with you.
Glad I didn't drive myself. That was on the way down. That was in Susie Q in the back.
That was with Susie Q in the back. Yeah.
That was more roomy.
That was more roomy. And then Sean's like, I'll be a nice guy and sit in the back so Susie Q can sit in the middle. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not really being a nice guy to us, Sean.
And that was after we ate all the meat.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That place was amazing.
Absolutely. Here we go. Let me grab this real quick, so then I'll get back down here. I know there's one more. Whip Swear with $5 super chat says, had a good time in Chicago. The best time being there was meeting all you guys, though. Lefty, sorry I didn't run into you. Yeah, you'd have noticed if he'd have run into you.
Yeah.
Whip's a big guy.
Whip's a real big guy, and so's Detroit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how tall Detroit was.
I didn't either.
I know. I was like buying the T-shirts for a couple of people, and he comes up behind me and says, "I didn't know how big you were," and I felt like Jack and the Beanstalk, V50, because he said it right. And then like, oh my God, I know who you are.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, Whip and Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics, both of them. I was like, "Hi guys, nice to meet you."
That's really cool, Ed.
So
This was free.
that's awesome.
LRB gives out posters, and it's really cool because these are painted by the original was done by Alex, the fish history living in your aquariums. History Fish Aquarium. What's Alex's channel? Aquariums of History of Fish.
The secret history living in your aquarium.
That's him. So, okay, this is like his art from like 5 years ago. And this is his art now that he's got hit by lightning.
That one's amazing.
So it's made him a better artist.
Absolutely. Cool. Mainstails Fur and Fins asking if I've received your emails. Jess, I don't know that I have. So here's the problem with having a publicly available email address. You upset one or two people and they put your email address on a lot of spam things.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
So I get a lot of things that we won't discuss on our live stream. And I get a lot of them. So I don't know. It's gotten very hard to weed through things lately. We had started the second email account specifically because of that. Because like even trying to find sticker requests, there's so much crap on there. So we started the second email, but that never really got pushed out because nothing ever came to it, is why I say that. So I will look and see. If I know to look for something specifically, I can usually search and find it. But just in terms of what pops up, it could be very tricky. And I would say if you need to get with me directly, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. As much as I'm not a Facebook fan, I do use Messenger for a lot of things, and it's the best way to actually grab a hold of me. That in mind, understand I probably have 30 or so people on a regular basis that are messaging me. So I might not get back to you immediately, but that is the best chance of me getting back to you as quick as possible. That being said, Michelle Kinsey with $5 super chat. Thank you, Michelle. Says, I'm picking up 180 tomorrow. Awesome. Congratulations.
Nice.
Now, what do I put in it? So many decisions. Suggestions are appreciated. Thank you for the super chat, Michelle. Very much appreciate that. And congrats on that tank. That is an awesome tank. So, do either of you all want to go first on that one? I've been talking a lot tonight. I'm hyped up. I'm in a good mood. I was kind of sitting before the stream going, oh, I got to get ready. And I'm like, yes, it's time to go.
Well, Ed's playing with this thing. My answer is going to be a nice community tank full of a bunch of different kinds of Tetris. Because that's my go-to answer, because you can get every shape, size, color you want in there, and it would look really cool. I'll plan it up. Even if they're fake plants, you can still make it look pretty cool and decent.
Definitely. I would do a Coradora army.
Oh.
I think that would be awesome.
Nice group of Corys in there. You definitely need some plecos, though. So that's one of the things. I've got the 110-gallon planted community tank behind me, which I did finally add those glowfish to from Aquashella Orlando. I added them in earlier today. They've been through a couple months of quarantine now. They're good to go. But having that variety like FD. You're now FD. FD5674Z. No, like Lefty3213A you mentioned, that variety is really, really fun. So it gives you the opportunity to kind of pick the fish that you like, but at the same time, they still go well together. And of course, planted. I'm going to recommend planted because that's just kind of my thing. I really enjoy a nice planted tank. It gives you a better environment. You all know the spiel. So absolutely, a nice planted community tank would be great. Or you just do a massive tank full of exodons, just a whole bunch of bucktooth tetras.
That'd be really cool.
Absolutely.
Beischer tank.
Either way. Yeah, Beischers. I mean, I love the Beischers. So there are a couple suggestions for you. All right, let's roll on down here. So I know I got caught up, but really I was behind. There's Paul, and there's Chris with multi-tank addiction. Thank you again, Chris. Just stop talking. We're just not going to talk. I'm going to sit Yoda on screen. It's going to be the end of me for tonight. We still have Ed's show to go as well. What time is it? Are we into Ed's time yet?
It's 10.
Okay, we got a little while. All right. Whips World says, James, I didn't even know LRB was there until I saw your live stream looking for the sulcatas. Yes, so apparently there were no sulcatas there. They did have the Russians, but they did not have the sulcatas. So I looked everywhere, could not find them. They had them in Orlando, so I kind of just assumed they would be there, but they weren't. So I wanted to clarify that because somebody did mention in that you were correct. They're not the same thing. They're not. But those were what I was really looking forward to. But says I was there both days and never ventured around that corner. Yeah, a lot of people didn't, and they kind of had LRB in a bad spot. Which
yeah. They had him in front of the concession stand, so there was no place to stand for concessions. That wasn't very smart at all.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Just saying.
Amber Big City Bettis is going to go hustle. Have a great night, guys. Amber, I hope you have a wonderful night. Always a pleasure to see you. Need to get back with you again. Have you on to talk some more about some bettas.
That'd be awesome.
There we go. Delilah's Critter says, I love pygmy cories. I get a lot of longevity out of mine. They are about 6 years old now, but they are easy to breed if I gave them their own space. There you go. Absolutely love the cories.
She was asking.
Who was asking?
She was asking, are they easy to breed if I give them their own
but
space?
are they easy to breed? Okay. I've had decent luck with them. I don't know that I would qualify them as easy in the same sense as bristlenose or guppies, but I've had decent luck with them. Lots of meaty foods, a varied diet of meaty foods. And I know it's very much debated whether it actually does anything, but I did notice more consistent egg laying when I did the cold water changes. Some people say that doesn't really affect anything. Some people swear by it.
I've heard that a lot about a lot of different breeding fish.
Exactly.
Well,
Simulates the rain coming down, and
my dad used to sell them, and that's what he did.
Yeah. So in my experience, that's always worked for me. That being said, you may not have any problems just throwing a bunch of, good meaty food in there and they do their thing without any cold water changes. But if you're trying to give it that little extra push, it's not going to hurt. So might as well give it a try. All right. I think I really caught up this time.
I think so.
Lefty's the new show manager, so we'll wait for the update from Lefty.
I don't see anything else. I mean, you just got a comment from Amber, but that just came in, so.
Absolutely. Amber Big City Bettis is definitely moving Wednesday, so once I'm settled in, we should do it up. Love you both. Love you too. Good luck with the move. Stay safe. Take care of you, and whenever you're ready, just give me a holler, and we will set something up.
Yeah, we'll just go down there
and
hang out.
Perfect. So, now that I'm caught up, and we have 81 people still here.
Wow.
How have you all suffered through me for the past hour? I don't know, but I love you guys for it. So, one other thing I did bring back, and this is going to be for the viewers. We can talk.
I wonder what it is.
Yeah, Lefty knows about it. We've got some extreme. Which one is this? The Goldfish Crave Flakes. We also have some Crow Flakes. Again, these are not the baby containers. These are the good size containers. I mean, these good stuff. Another jar. Some Community Crave there. We feed extreme. We really do feed extreme. But Marine Flake. And I do want to say, for those of you that are going, well, I don't have a marine tank. This is Crow Flake. So that's something that they've talked about. A lot of people have talked about it. I'm not the first person to talk about it. If you look on their Crow Flake label, you will see some marine fish there, along with the freshwater fish on there and the shrimp. This is basically relabeled and branded specifically to tailor fit the marine side of the hobby, but you could feed these to your freshwater fish. So, hey, Peck Tech says, hey, backseat buddies. What's going on, Peck Tech?
Hey, Sean.
So we've got the krill flake, the marine flake, goldfish cray flakes, the community cray flakes, and the spirulina flakes. So
I gotta get me some of those.
we're not doing it tonight. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do it, but all of this was given to me by Extreme, which I've worked with them in the past. I buy their food all the time, but they've also sent me some stuff. This was all given to me to give away to you all. I said, hey, y'all like what I do? I love your food. You've worked with me before. Can I have some stuff for my viewers? And they said, absolutely. Take all this stuff off of this shelf. So just know, and I will let you all know ahead of time. And I guess disclaimer, and this is not a push or anything, but disclaimer, I will make sure to post for the members exactly how to get entered to win when I decide how to do it. You will not have any better odds of winning other than the fact that I will make sure to post something letting you all know, hey, this is how we're giving it away and this is when. But other than that, it'll be openly available to everybody that'll have the same chance of winning as the members. Just to be fair.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just reminded me I have to email them and send them a thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Really, really great guys.
They were super sweet.
And I love it because every time we walk past their booth at an event, they always reach out and hey, really appreciate you and love what you do. And I'm like, that means a lot to me because you all gave me something that I can stand behind. And I know that, every food is not going to work for every person. There's some things that, your fish may not like. And in fact, I know some of your fish don't like, but overall, I think it's a really good food, really high quality. And so I appreciate being able to stand behind that.
And they definitely like these two guys better than me. In my live stream, Rico had set me up and asked if they do sponsor any YouTube things. And apparently they do, just not me.
Well,
but that's
I only had 2 shelves.
So I'll just say this. When you've got Aquarium Co-op and KG Tropicals pushing your brand, are you really going to be reaching out to a whole bunch of other people saying, hey, we really need to work with you? Now, they do work with other people, and they actually have me on some sort of a list. I forget what it's called, to kind of like try new things out before they hit the public. But it's not like they send me on my fish food. And thank goodness they don't, because my LFS loves the fact that I buy my Extreme there, especially since I'm the one that mentioned to my LFS, hey, you guys should really carry this product. And of course, Kenny being awesome said, yeah, absolutely. Give me contact information. We'll hook it up. I guess full disclaimer there, full disclosure. Delilah's Critter says, I love that I couldn't buy Extreme foods from the Extreme table. LOL. That goes into all sorts of legalities. So once you start selling at a show out of state, there's all sorts of tax paperwork and other crazy things, and we won't get way deep into it. But they're just covering their bases. They know, hey, if we go to the show and we give away some of our product for free and we talk about our product, we're not going to get in trouble. And I can respect that very, very much versus going and trying, we need to sell all this fish food to make up the booth expense, So they're essentially, as far as I know, coming out of pocket to bring fish food that a lot of it they give away for free to different people without selling anything. They sell T-shirts. They do sell T-shirts, but
I tried to win 2 of the T-shirts to give away.
Me too.
Well, there was only like 5 things in that bucket.
Yeah,
so
there
I
were
put
many
3
tickets
in.
in it.
I really thought I was going to win that also. I was pretty disappointed.
You've won enough, Ed.
I didn't
Except for the rest of us.
I really wanted to win the Project Piaba carved fish because I have the other carved fish. So I was a little sad, but it is what it is. Paul says, James, the Corys in all my tanks are breeding without much encouragement from me. There you go. And that's how you know you've got a well set up fish tank, in my personal opinion, as when they're making babies and you really don't have to do anything to make that happen. Tim Kendrick's LRB was also sandwiched between Dustin's fish tanks and that super cool chameleon by concessions in the corner. Yeah, so LRB was in between Blue Dog Aquatics and Dustin's fish tanks. So that was an interesting spot to get put in. Blue Dog Aquatics, as Tim just mentioned, they had that really super cool, colorful chameleon. We did a little spotlight on them at the Orlando event in that stream. They were just so busy this time that we didn't really get to talk to them much. But they're going to be at Dallas if we happen to make it Dallas. Also, I've kind of talked to them about getting together to do something. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that was Blue Dog Aquatics with the chameleon. And then like Dustin's Fish Tanks was on the other side of LRB. So just kind of packed in there. Absolutely. So I need to get my hands on Extreme somehow. Lefty3213A, who is a moderator in here as well. I believe you might have a link for how people could get a hold of some Extreme.
I might have a link I can
You might have
throw
a link.
up real quick.
Absolutely. So here's how I do this. I'm just me. I'm Fish Room Fever. I'm not affiliated with anybody. Aquarium Co-op sells it. KG Tropicals, KeepFishKeeping.com sells it. Both of them awesome people.
So is your fish store.
Yeah, so is my local fish store. However, they don't have it available to order online, which is what they were asking for. But they might soon. We'll see. I don't know. If they do, I'll start mentioning them. That being said, either of those places.
Or Zen will beat me to it.
Yeah, or Zen will beat you to it. Sorry, I trimmed my mustache and it's like messing with me. I trimmed it right before the stream, and I think I got one that's like curling up. They both sell it. Very much support both of those people, Corey and John. So either way you go, awesome people to support. I think Lefty dropped the link. And let's see, Tim Kendrick says Extreme gave me some fish food for my picky eating discus. There you go. Yeah. I mean, it's really cool that they bring that and that they, just kind of hand out food to different people for free.
That is super cool. And Tim, you got to let us know how that goes, and also let us know how the Viber Bites go.
Because, is that him?
Yeah, I heard that Viber Bites do good with discus also, so it'll be interesting to see. Lefty, do you have any Viber Bites left?
I got rid of almost all of them, so I asked if they could send me some more.
Oh wow! I've got.
And yes, Tallahassee Ed, I do my own live streams. I do one with Ed. It's on Fridays.
Yeah, Lefty is a pretty cool guy. We talk movies and games and anything else under the sun. It's a lot of fun, and you won't get burned out on fish stuff if you listen to us.
There you go. Absolutely.
We just fill in the gaps.
That is the Lefty 3213A channel on YouTube. Rebecca Jackson says, I have another question. Can I put my angels and blood pairs in a community tank with goldfish and silver dollars? I can't get my angel to clear up to save my life. Or angel tank to clear up to save my life. So, first off, I'd say you're looking at slightly different temperature parameters with the angels and the parrots and the goldfish and the silver dollars. Goldfish typically a little cooler than the others. Angels I've found typically like a little bit warmer. Can you meet in the middle and make it work? Probably. Is that the best thing to do? Probably not. Is it better than losing fish in one tank? Yes. So if you're having some issues that you can't get fixed in one tank and you're afraid you might lose fish, meet in the middle, combine them until you can get the other tank worked out. Maybe not the worst idea. Not necessarily ideal in my opinion, but again, I'm one of those people that has tried a lot of things together that are not by the book. That's my 2 cents. Gentlemen? For Ed, let me read the question again.
Okay.
Can I put my angels and blood parrot in a community tank with goldfish and silver dollars?
Okay, well, it just depends on how aggressive the blood parrot is. Sometimes you get a really aggressive one. But I'd do it.
I guess if you have no other option, you can give it a shot. Yeah. Like James said, better to lose only a couple than a whole tank or something. So,
absolutely.
But I got distracted. And can we take 1 minute of seriousness? Well, I mean, I was serious, but one of our beloved show's friends and members, I think maybe a mod, I don't know for sure, is Danikin Aquatics. Kenny and Danny. They both have got the COVID. And so we'd like to hold out give them our thoughts and prayers, guys, because we love them and we don't want them sick. So
absolutely.
I'm sorry. I kind of lost what you guys were talking about because that was going through my mind.
Definitely. No, I hope them both a speedy recovery because they're both awesome people. You'll make it through it. You'll get better. Just take it easy. Don't push yourselves too hard.
Feel better.
Oh, look at Pompeii Ranch just said that. And we got to meet Pompeii Ranch, and they're awesome. She's super cool, and so is he. And she said she can't put her blood parrots with anything.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on how much convict versus how much Severon. Is that what they are?
Severum
and parrot. Is that what they are? Because they're a mix of two fish.
They're so convoluted at this point.
Well, if they got too much mean in them.
Yeah. I've got to agree with Paul Sotero here. It says Ed's getting cut off from the raffles at future expos. Absolutely right, Paul.
Better he wins something and he passes the ticket to one of us.
Yeah, I'm going to have to kick him in the bad leg if I see him headed for the raffle table.
You know what was really cool? Because they do this card thing and that gives you the number, and all the cards, all your entries are the same number.
Yep.
I really like that.
That was good, yeah.
And they handed me originally 00504. And I said, I don't want that one. And I took 00505.
So you messed up the numbers.
Only for you.
I was going to say those are the bunch Lisa got. We're like, how did we not have this number? It's right in the middle of us all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I wanted a number that I could understand quick and easy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Maybe I didn't get 004. It may have been some other total number. I just wanted 505, and I thought that'd be easy. And it worked.
Definitely.
Again, I didn't say suckers or anything like that. I was very nice.
I've got to say, and this was actually Lefty, but Tim Kendrick says, tried the vibrates you gave me. Thank you. They're going for it and seem to really like it. They still like the live blackworms the best. Yes, so that was Lefty who brought those Vibrabites down to the show to give out. So thank you, Lefty, for doing that.
I'm glad they worked out for you.
Roll through here. There we go. Rebecca Jackson says, my goldfish have been thriving in a 78-degree tank. Works for me. And that's exactly it. I am not of the mindset of there's only one way to do things. I am in the mindset of there is a safety zone that I feel like we should teach to new people coming into the hobby to make them more successful so we keep them around longer. But as you grow in the hobby and as you get more experience under your belt, it's just like water testing. And there are still some people that test religiously, and I have nothing against that. More power to you. But a large majority of us, once we've been in the hobby for a while, Ricky, you're awesome. I'll be right with you on that one. Once we've been in the hobby for a while, you get a familiarity with your water. You can kind of look at it, look at the inhabitants. You kind of have a sense of what's going on. Certain things you can just smell. So, there's not one way to do things, although there is kind of like a much more narrow guideline for success for new people coming in.
Look at what I got for free from Aquatic Cassette.
Ed gets everything for free. Just we're getting rid of Ed. Bye, Ed. Bye, Ed.
I got Coral.
Tune into the Ed show, except I'm going to delete the stream, so he's not going to be on tonight.
Rob at Aquatic Aesthetics gave me these two posters that are all corals that are easy for me to grow.
Cool.
So I got to give a huge shout out here to Ricky. And here's what we're going to do, because I haven't done any party poppers yet. So this is going out to Ricky and everybody. Fair warning, if you're on the headset now listening to this, or you're catching this on a replay, walking around work with one earbud in, we're about to do some party poppers here. We're going to be a little bit loud. I'm even going to move the mic back. This is for Ricky and everybody else. Ricky coming through. Ricky, excuse me, with $50 super chat. 50-50. I'm going to punch myself in the gut. That's okay. I've got padding. This is for all of you and Ricky. A huge thank you to all the supporters tonight. Of course, the members as well. All you awesome people that have sent me the super chats. We're going to go through all of them here. I got 2 more to go.
And fish I can put in with my corals.
Last but not least. Woohoo! No, sorry. Sorry about your ears, everybody. Hello and welcome. Ricky DeHoyas, thank you for the $50 super chat. Says, hey guys, want to thanks for bringing Aquashella to me. For reasons that James knows about, I was unable to make it, but I hope to meet you guys in person one day. Also, Ben Osher had a pretty bad bike accident. Keep him in your prayers as well. Yeah, absolutely. I hadn't heard about Ben until just a minute ago. I noticed somebody had mentioned it. We'll definitely keep him in thoughts and prayers. And also, I don't talk about them a whole lot on here. They've popped in from time to time. My oldest boys, my twins, them and their siblings and their mom all have COVID as well. So just found that out a couple hours ago. So just thoughts and prayers out to everybody that's going through a hard time right now. Definitely positive vibes, whatever your thing is, good feels, happy thoughts, out to everybody that's going through a rough time right now. And again, Ricky, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Not expected. I wish could have gotten to meet you. We'll make it happen one of these days. And that's part of why Ed and I are trying to, grow the brand, if you will, is so that we can get to more events. That way we can meet more people. That's the thing about wanting to be bigger, if you will. It's not so that we can go, we're big channels. It's so that we can go do more things and talk to more people and help more people, hang out with more people. So, Ricky, thank you. Again, sorry we didn't get to meet you, but we'll make it happen one of these days. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Very much appreciation, my friend.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't know about Ben. He said he was going to be in Chicago, and I was wondering why he wasn't there. So, what a bummer. Poor guy.
Absolutely. Let's see. I think I'm caught up.
There's
So Sandy says Ben is fine, just a little bruised up. That's good to hear. Good to hear. I was gonna have to try and find out just how bad that was. So, which I'm glad to hear that. And Danikin, I see you in here, Kenny, brother. I hope you get better soon. I'd say if there's anything I could do, let me know. But I'm a whole country away. But it's good to see you, brother. And I really do hope you and Danny get to feeling better really, really quickly.
I bought this for my saltwater tank to put in the back. It's a flat side. And so I'm going to put this in the back to give it more of a three-dimensional reef look.
That's cool.
Very nice. Liquid Zeus says struggle snuggles. I like that, but that could easily be misinterpreted. So we're just going to leave that one alone. That being said, as we are coming to an end on, I'm just going to say this hour, but we started early. We've got about 8 minutes until Ed's show starts, and there's no reason we should run over his time tonight, given we've been on here for a while. I want to turn it over to you, gentlemen, for any final thoughts you've had on Aquashella or your perspective.
I had a blast.
Yeah.
It was so much more work than Florida. Because I got to do so much more behind the scenes stuff that I really enjoyed. I think Rob got to know us more, and he figured he could rely on us to get things done. And so that was pretty neat doing that. But, it sounds corny, but it's true. We go to meet everybody, and it was really awesome seeing everybody and meeting everybody. And I feel terrible that I didn't meet the one, that one lady. So, if you go, say hi to us, and we'd love to meet everybody there. So that, that we aren't going, I'm not going just to be a camera switcher or something like that. I'm going to actually meet people. But, we're smaller channels, so we're not got a line to see us either. So
yeah,
I figure I'll try to help out wherever I can.
Absolutely. And really, I want to emphasize, like you said earlier, and I've tried to stress this before, if you're at not just one of these events, but I mean, even if you're at a local fish store and you see us out, or at least I'll speak for me. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I'll speak for me. Don't hesitate to say hi. I mean, seriously, we love talking to people, and it really makes our day because we're just a couple of goofy guys. So it makes our day when somebody comes up and they're like, I love watching your channel. It's like, awesome, thank you. You get the warm fuzzies. Don't hesitate to talk to us. I know I had Wally, Supreme Gecko and Supreme Aquaria He was there. Unfortunately, I was streaming at the time, so he was like behind me trying to get my attention, but never actually did while I was on the live stream, and I didn't find out about it until after the fact, so I felt bad that I didn't get to say hi, because I've watched Wally's stuff and have seen him for quite some time now. But yeah, never hesitate. I would much rather you tap me on the shoulder while I'm doing a live stream and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, it's great to meet you, than find out after the fact that you were there and I didn't get to say hi to you, because that's really what we come for. So Peck Tech's headed out.
Yep.
Sean Peck. Oops, sorry,
Are
go ahead.
we going to try to play games with him this weekend? I forgot.
I don't know. I know we're doing the stream Saturday. I honestly don't know. I'm still catching up and recovering from this past weekend.
Yes.
So
Yes.
There's Detroit.
Yeah.
Hey, Detroit. How's it going?
Hey, Detroit, what's up? Good to see you. It was great to meet you. Really, really was. And again, a big guy. Like, hey, how's it going? Him and
Yeah.
both. I was like, what's up?
Yeah.
You're not going to send me to my room with no TV, are you?
He made Big Rich look like Little Rich with hair.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Tim
Normal
Kendrick,
Rich with hair.
right? Tim Kendrick, thank you. Tim Kendrick says that we are very approachable, and that's what we're going for. That's why and not just with the YouTube, but just in general, I'm a very smiley person. I kind of smile and nod at everybody that I walk past that catches my eye, because I don't ever want to be off-putting. So I'm glad to hear that comes across, because that's what I'm going for. So,
And you know what? And also, this kind of is a request from me. If you tell us who you are, because sometimes it's really difficult when somebody comes up to you and they say hi, how much they like you and everything, and we hang out with you every day, but we don't know your names, or your channel name with your real name and stuff. So that would make it great too. But I mean, no matter what, shake our hand. But this way we know who we just shook the hand of, because that happens. And then sometimes there's people that I don't know if they're a YouTuber and they assume that I know who they are. And so then I'm afraid to actually say, hi, who are you? Because I'm in that position. So I don't want to offend anybody. It's
Absolutely.
like a touchy thing.
It definitely is always appreciated if you let us know who we're meeting. Because here's the thing, I don't expect anybody to know who I am. So I would hope that other people would operate off that same premise. One cool thing, I got to throw this in there. We got to hang out with Brett Raymer from Tanked, the
That
TV
was
show.
fun.
And not just like shake hands, get a picture. We did that. But the three of us and one or two other people got to just sit around and relax in the hotel. Yeah, Crystal's Pets and Plants. It was so awesome to meet her.
It was.
I've been a fan of hers since right after I started this channel. I found her. Actually, the very first giveaway I ever won on YouTube was for Crystal's Pets and Plants.
Oh, that's awesome.
So huge shout out to her.
We got to hang out with her quite a bit.
We did. That was very, very cool.
And Susie Q.
But I've got to say that Brett is not what I would typically expect from a TV personality. And I've met some different TV personalities and rock stars and whatnot. He was very much not that guy. So it was very, very cool that, he sat down and hung out with us. We're just a bunch of guys. It's not like he was coming up to the CJ rep or whatever rep and trying to make a brand deal with them. It's just us. He wasn't. There was nothing for him to gain out of it in terms of like endorsements or deals or anything like that. It was just him being a cool guy, hanging out and talking with other people.
Yeah.
So that was very cool and very much appreciated.
Yeah, very nice.
With that being said, let me check the time. It's time to wrap things up. Killer Kitty 08, one of our newest members. Again, thank you for that. Thank you for the $3 super sticker with the thumbs up, fist up, thumbs up, fist bump. Let's try that again. Thumbs up, fist bump. There we go. All right. Appreciate that very, very much. Again, a huge thank you, Ricky, that $50 super chat, and everybody that came in with the super chats and super stickers. Never expected, but always very, very much appreciated. And that's stuff goes towards us going to the events. So always appreciate that. Huge thank you to the members. We are still hanging in there strong, slowly but surely approaching that 100 member mark. I will be dropping that mechanical shark footage for the members. I will do that tomorrow. I'm going to say, if I remember to do it after Ed's stream, I'll drop it tonight. But I'm just going to say tomorrow to be safe because upload time and all that. And also, I will give the members a heads up via a post in terms of exactly when and how I'm going to do the Extreme Aquatic Foods giveaway for, I don't know, it's over $100 worth of food. It's 5 different tubs of this size. So,
are you going to do all to one person, or
I haven't decided just yet? I don't know. Okay. That's what I'm thinking about.
Spinning still.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how we could do this and make it fun for everybody.
I couldn't even get those guys to give me a bottle for my fish. I was like, what do you recommend? Trying to hint, like, what do you recommend for guppies? Because I've wanted to try your stuff.
Ed, the next time we're at an event, and I say this with absolutely no arrogance to it, so don't take it that way, but the next time we're at one of those events, go over to the booth with me. This face is so goofy looking that they know me. So every time I've gone past one of their booths at a show, I don't have to say, hey, it's me. They're like, oh, yeah, we really appreciate everything you're doing for our brand. So, again, you've said yourself many times, your thing is to be a part of the Fish Room Fever family of YouTube channels. So we need to make sure that they know that you are with me and I am with you, because I guarantee you that will concrete it and solidify it in their minds. They need to help you out, because if they're not helping you out, then that just doesn't work for me. I
was trying to just be kind of silly, though.
I know, but still, it's still. You are so kind and giving that I want to make sure that there's a reciprocity there, in terms of, if somebody's willing to help me out, they need to know you're part of the team. So, absolutely. That being said, again, a huge thank you to the members for all your support, super chatters, and contributors. The moderator team, you all do an amazing job each and every week, helping to control this crazy chat full of all these wild people. Saying the thank yous, dropping the links. Very much appreciate that. We're going to be heading over to the Chattanooga Ed YouTube channel. That guy. In just a second. But first, Lefty3213A, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. You're going to come over there to Chattanooga Ed's channel and hang out with us? Will. All right. So I will say, be sure to check out Lefty3213A. He's got a YouTube channel. He does live streams. Believe it or not, they're pretty good. And they even have this guy on them right there. So that being said, we'll get a final link in there. We'll get one for Lefty, and we will get one for the upcoming live stream that we are headed to now if you're following us live. If you're catching this on the replay crew, thank you so very, very much. Also, by the way, be sure to check out these 2 videos on the screen. I think you'll like them. Until next time, I love you guys. You already know what it is. Keep your fish healthy. Keep yourselves healthy. Until next time, don't be afraid to catch yourself a little what?